everybody, it's the Redstone Wizard here again, bringing you another Redstone showcase. What I got for you today is a linear shulker box splitter. What it does is that it takes items from a shulker box and maps it to a variable sorter and sorts out all those items from every shulker box that gets placed inside the system. Now, it is very limited on space because of the amount of space that it's actually set up for, but I think a double chest is plenty to be able to sort. Now, it does it in a series parallel fashion. So it goes from one to another to another to another. They go in series, but it's when one's done, it does another one, and then this one does another one. Now, I have a bunch of shulker boxes here. So it like I said, it takes the first item in the top leftmost corner and maps it to a variable item filter. Now, this filter changes out every cycle, and a cycle is classified as when all the shulker boxes go all the way through and no more boxes are going through. We have a delay circuit to be able to hold them while they are going through so that we don't have to worry too much about it. And we have a checker so that if the items are still in if the items are still in the shulker box, they get sorted out again. Now, if I in that chest, I get some boxes for you. So what else happens is the first item goes in the first slot. The second item goes in the second slot if it's a different one. And then any shulker box that has those items will be mapped to, will go and unload in those. And if it's not, it will just go to the next slot. It can handle non-stackables and items that do what I call a partial stack, which is their max stack is a quarter of what it is, but they go into a different section, which is down here into this chest or into another splitter after you load them into boxes so that you can sort them out that way. And there is some configurations that you would need to do to be able to do it that way. So as you can see, I got just a bunch of boxes in here. And if we break this, the system will automatically start to fill up this double chest before it allows any of them to process into the next section. And then once they start processing, the first item will always go and get mapped into that spot. And if we come down here to where the filter is, it will unload and maintain one until afterwards. Now, as you can see, we are powering this pulse extender here, waiting for the system to finish processing the finish processing. Once it finishes processing, then and only then will it allow the next part to go. It would allow it to cycle through again. We have a basic item elevator to send the items back into the checker so we can see it. And it will slowly process every single one, but the first one is always the slowest, and then after that it gradually speeds up as more items filter in, but has to sort them all one at a time. But the upside is instead of getting a shulker box for, oh, let's just use this one. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. However many boxes you have in there, it's going to sort them out. How many stacks of those are in there and put them into this chest. And it slowly processes them as they go. We have a lock circuit to prevent any for the filtration system so that it does not, if there is an item that didn't go through it, it will not unlock it. it will maintain that the filtration setup. Now, the two things that you cannot put in, one is obvious and the other one might not be so obvious. And it is a dragon egg, only if you do not dupe them and you only have a single dragon egg. That dragon egg is the only one allowed, not to be put in unless you have multiples of them. And the filtration item. And that is because if it doesn't go through the first time, if it goes in, it'll hit this filter and ruin the entire system, and you would have to reset your filters. They all get stored inside this inside the dispenser, the hopper, and the chest as it comes out, and they will dispense as they see fit. As you can see, these are processing, and if we look in here, we have a white box with glass in it. And it's looking for ones that it can process into. So right now we're going through bottles of enchanting. And like I said, all the non-stackables and the items that stack up to 16 end up inside of this chest. And when the cycle is done, it will break all the boxes that have had items put into it and reload them with shulker boxes. And you can have as many shulker boxes as you want. Now, here I actually have a single slice of the entire system. This is the sorter. This is the sorter itself. This is the splitter. We separate the atoms out. If we need to lock the system, this piston will fire. This one will never have fired because we are using this barrel as a detection method to fire this. And items that are non-stackable, it could get fairly complex. But you can have as many of these slices as you want, and you stack them right next to each other, which makes it actually look fairly cool. And we don't have to worry too much. It sits here nice and sorts out. And as we see here, we're getting our blue stained glass in here. So yeah, this one's mapped to blue stained glass. So all these items are now getting sorted out according to what is needed. And yeah, it's one of the, and like I said, it does it fairly fast once it starts going and there's a bunch of them. And they keep going. So if we come down here, it's going to check. And this one went in here because there was no mapping for it. And we have an empty box here. This box goes anywhere. This chest, you can lead the hoppers anywhere you want. You can lead it down into here so that they fill up again, and then you send them, or you take these and send them off somewhere else. But you want to make sure that this is constantly full so that you're not losing any, so that there is no backup and causes an issue for you later on. Now, it's broken down into 3 different segments. You have your splitter right here. You have your start system and your recycle system. This system is specifically designed just to be able to pull it in. And yes, I have it set up so that you can actually set up for a structure file or any other, or even just make a direct copy of it and be able to and put it. And it's set up specifically where it needs to go. There is no major thing. Then here we have our minus this redstone block and this comparator. In fact, even this dust there. This right here is set up to be able to keep this locked, but it's set up specifically to be able to process the items. So, like I said, as the items process, they're going to just keep going, and we got a long way to go. So let's just end this one. Okay. No more cobblestone. So these guys are now sorting out for these things. And as you can see, it does a fairly quick judgment of can it sort out. And it's all done with logic. And as you see, it is pulsing a bit and it's maintaining the pulse to be able to push things through. Let me clear this so we don't have to deal with that. And as they continue to go through, as like this, as soon as they find a spot that that they're mapped to, it's going to pull them out. And your non-stackables and partial stack items will always be the last things sorted out if they can get sorted out. And as you see, these guys are here. And this one right here, minecart, snowball, elytra, we can set this up somewhat just to cheat it. And those will go through. And if a shulker box happens to go in through the filtration system, it's a non-stackable. It'll come out here and be placed in with the rest of these. There is no issue about that. This is just of shulker boxes so that I can quickly load. Yeah, but as you see, they keep coming in and they get checked and determined where to go, and they're going all in here now. And that's how the system works. And it's a very nice system. And let's just continue going until it's done. Okay, guys, that was the last one. And it's getting sorted into the filtration, brakes checks. And now it's on the delay. So now this delay here is set up so that it can process all the items. Now, if we come down here, now it's breaking all those boxes and sending them into the storage, which is going to take a bit because it's doing quite a bit. But if we look here, all these items are just individual. We're not even, it's all organized. We had brown stained glass, 2 stacks, brown stained glass. And they will continue to do this until. And if they happen to not go through the system, yeah, it's just going to keep breaking them and sending them back and forth to the, sending them all the way over here while they unload. And that's the whole thing. And it locks this hopper while it's waiting and then locks this hopper until it is fully ready to go, until all the boxes are out of here. So so no more than 2 stacks, no more than a double chest of items, and yeah, and it breaks and goes and nothing happens. Okay, yep, here we go. And now this one says we are now doing regular sand. This one says we're going to do red sand, and yeah. Now, if you guys actually want to take a look at this, there is a world download in the Discord. I do recommend taking a look at it if you really want to play around with this. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down in the comment section. If it's a major issue, I recommend joining my Discord link. That will be in the description. If you want to support me, you guys subscribe. Special thanks to the Judgment for supporting me on Patreon. I really do appreciate it. But you guys, this is the Redstone Wizard. Enjoy building.